Hi friends, welcome to the Budget Friendly Chef. Today we're going to be cooking turkey broccoli peanut stir fry. In this recipe, you can make it with the nut of your choice. Personally, I like using peanuts, but I've also used almonds, cashews, pecans. It's up to you, or if you want, you can completely skip the nuts and just go for a turkey broccoli stir fry. Let's get started. Because the rice is going to take the longest, I'm going to go ahead and get that started so I can start cooking the other things in the meantime. You're going to need your rice, vegetable stock, butter, and a soup pan. You're going to combine all of that together and get to a boil. And then once it gets to a boil, you're going to go ahead and reduce that down into a simmer. You're going to cover the top of that pan and you're going to let it cook. While that is cooking, you're going to go ahead and pull out a saute pan, put 1 tablespoon of oil in it, and go ahead and add your ground turkey. You want to make sure that you move all of the turkey around inside the saute pan so that it's going to cook on all sides. The goal is to get it a little bit brown, and once it has finished browning, you're going to go ahead and take it out of the saute pan and put it on a plate to save it for later. Your rice is going to take about 23 minutes to cook, so please don't forget to check on your rice, stir it to keep it from sticking. The next step is to go ahead and cut up your broccoli. You're going to take 1 broccoli crown and cut it into little tiny pieces and set it to the side. I then go ahead and start making my sauce recipe. It's a really rich brown sauce that I'll have the recipe listed below. In the same saute pan that we used to brown the ground turkey, you're going to go ahead and add 1 tablespoon of oil, and you're going to go ahead and also add in your broccoli. I also like to use about 1/4 of a yellow sweet onion, and I slice it into slices, and I will cook that with my broccoli inside the saute pan until it's just starting to get a little bit of a brown color to it. And the minute that you see that broccoli turning to a deep, rich green color, that's when you know it's ready. When I see that really deep, rich green color from the broccoli, it's time to go ahead and add in my other ingredients. So the first thing I do is add back my ground turkey to the saute pan. I also add in my onions and my peanuts or whatever type of nut I'm using for this dish. I am then going to make sure that I add in all of my nuts, and in this case you can see that I used pecans and peanuts because that's what I had on hand, and it's always better to use something that's taking up space on my shelf than going out and buying something. While that's working, I'm going to go ahead and check my rice again. I remove the lid from the top of the saucepan that has my rice and my vegetable stock in it. And I'm going to give it another stir just to try to help it soak up all of that great vegetable stock and also to keep it from sticking to the bottom. You should see the rice starting to get a bit fluffier. Cover it and let it go back to cooking. The next thing I want to do is add in my brown sauce into my turkey mixture. Please keep in mind that this recipe has cornstarch in it, and cornstarch is what allows the sauce to go from a super liquidy texture into more of a thick, juicy, creamy sauce. So you want to make sure that before you put it into your pan that you give it a little quick stir just to get any of the cornstarch that's sticking in the bottom of your brown sauce container, and that way it all incorporates into your mixture. When you put that in, keep in mind that as soon as it starts getting hot, it's going to start cooking and you're going to see it start getting thick, so you want to make sure that you're tossing it with all of your ingredients inside your saute pan. When you see that your sauce is starting to thicken up, you're going to go ahead and turn it off. Next, you're going to check on your rice. Your rice should have cooked for about 23 to 25 minutes. I usually turn it off and let it sit for about 5 minutes with the lid removed so that it can soak up any of the last of the moisture that's in there. When you see that it's pretty much dry and there's no more vegetable stock, it's ready to go. From here, I'm going to take the rice and I'm going to go ahead and add it into my saute pan that still has my turkey mixture, my broccoli, my onions, and all my different kinds of nuts. And I want to make sure that I give it a good quick stir. Now, the thing that I really liked about this is that it has several different textures. You've got the crunch from the nuts, you've got the soft from the turkey, and you've got just a little bit of a crunch from the broccoli as well. I love this recipe. The thing is that ground turkey is actually fairly cheap and you can get a crown of broccoli for about $1.29. So this recipe is actually really economically friendly. And it's an odd one because you don't often see turkey in Chinese food. So you're getting a little bit of healthy, but you're also getting a little bit of very budget friendly. So with mine, I always add a little bit of chow mein underneath, and this is what your dish should look like. I hope you enjoyed learning how to make a healthy and cheap, fresh dish. This recipe feeds 4 people, and as always, the recipe will be listed below in the description. If you are enjoying learning some new cooking ideas or recipes, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave comments about foods that you would like me to help you with. And as always, thanks and have a great day.